Okay, my friends, this is Miss Stewart, and I'm going to read to you the final and long-awaited ending to Front Desk, Chapter 67. Before I begin, just like usual, please make sure you have a pencil and paper so that you can doodle and draw while I'm reading. Let's see if some of our guesses and inferences are correct. I ran as fast as the wind could carry me, adrenaline powering my skinny little legs. With each step, I whispered a prayer. Please, please let me get there before the loan sharks do. I turned the corner onto Coast Boulevard just as the loan sharks' Cadillac pulled into the motel. As the 3 loan sharks got out of their car with their suitcases full of cash, I raced into the parking lot screaming, "Mom! Dad! Don't do it! Mr. Yao's bluffing!" My parents promptly called the deal off. Whew! That was close, my friends. The loan sharks grumbled about how they came all this way and went to a great deal of effort to put the money together. So my dad gave them $20 for the gas and their troubles, and they piled back into their car and left. As they drove away, my parents collapsed onto the ground. "That was close," my mom exclaimed. My dad put his hand over his pounding heart as he stared at the wide-open sky. "Thank God," he said. As my parents lay panting on the side of the parking lot, I walked over to the front desk and called Mr. Yao. "Mr. Yao, we'd like to make an offer on the motel," I said. $300,000 and not a penny more. He said yes! I screamed, running through the motel. The Weekleys were in Hank's room playing Monopoly. When they heard the news that Mr. Yao agreed to sell to us, Hank slapped the Monopoly board and all the pieces went flying. "What did I tell you?" Hank said to Billy Bob. "If it can happen in Monopoly, it can happen in life." Mr. Yao came over with Jason and his real estate agent the next day, as did Lupe, Lupe's dad, Mr. Cooper, the immigrants, Mr. Evian from the convenience store, and some of the Motel SA people who had driven down because they wanted to see their new motel with their very own eyes. Mr. Cooper brought over his lawyer friend who helped us draw up the contract. There were so many people we couldn't all fit in the manager's quarters. We had to put chairs and tables out in the parking lot. All right, let's get this over with," Mr. Yao said. It took ages for Mr. Yao and his agent to count up all the money. When he was finally convinced it was all there, Mr. Yao lugged the bag over to his car and dumped it in the trunk. His agent then sat down with Mr. Cooper's lawyer and pored over the sales and purchase agreement. We all huddled around them, watching as they wrote in each of our names under buyer. There were so many owners we needed 3 additional pages just to fill out all of our names. My father's voice shook as he told the agent how to spell his name. "I never thought this day would actually happen," he said. "Me either, my friend," said Hank, putting an arm around my dad's shoulder. "Me either." When everyone finished signing their names, Mr. Yao officially handed my parents the keys. Lupe and I jumped up and down screaming, "We did it! We did it! We did it!" Jason just smiled. "You know what I'm going to do?" Hank said, his eyes twinkling. "What?" I said. Hank ran towards the sparkling blue pool. He let out a yelp as he jumped in, fully clothed. "Hey!" Mr. Yao called, with only a fraction of his usual force. "You can't jump into the pool with your clothes on." "It's not your pool anymore," Hank called back. Mr. Yao opened his mouth to protest, then closed it. One by one, Lupe and all the Weekleys and SA people and immigrants jumped in too. My dad threw my mom in, and my mom shrieked with glee. Everyone was waiting for me to come in. I turned to Jason. "You coming?" I said. Jason turned to his dad and asked if he could say. Mr. Yao scoffed. "You don't want to go swimming with those losers, do you?" he asked his son. Jason shook his head. "No, Dad," he said. "I'm going swimming with the winners." Hand in hand, we jumped into the pool. As we splashed and swam in the sun-kissed water, my mother suddenly remembered something very important. Wait, she said. "Let's get a picture." "I'll take it." Hank jumped out. As he held his hands up and clicked, I looked around at my new family and smiled. It was a picture I'd been waiting a long, long time for. Okay, my friends, that's it. What do you think of the ending? Did you like it? Were all your questions answered? Did all your inferences come true? Let me know, please.